Please say hello as soon as you enter the room. And please also let me know if you can hear me. Please let me know that you can hear me. Can someone give me the thumbs up that the volume or the sound is okay? Can someone please give me the thumbs up, like not liking the video, but I mean thumbs up in the chat to let me know that you can hear me? Please bring forth the messages that people need to hear today, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Thank you. Thank you, Jordan, for confirming. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing well. I'm just getting set up. In the meantime, if you want to get in on this, I would do it now before the list gets long, okay? Just go to the description box and you will see how to pay for your personal reading. Please make sure that you are putting the message within, the PayPal box so that we can make it easier and I don't have to find you. Please also make sure that you, if possible, can show up for your reading just in case I have questions. And then lastly, make sure that when you're paying, you're putting 25 Canadian on my receiving end. So everyone gets confused by this. If you're American, you should be paying less, okay? It's whatever in your currency is that equals out onto my side on the PayPal calculator, 25 Canadian, okay? So I'm gonna go over and check in a bit. Make your way there now so you can get in ahead of the list before that list starts being created. Just getting myself ready. And if you want to say something in the chat, go ahead. This is not just about personal readings. You can say things, you can start a conversation, or if you have a question, just ask me about me and my life or, my gift. You can totally do so. I'll be trying my best to also answer those questions too. So be vocal. This is not just about if you need a reading, okay? Oops. I'm just going over to check now to see if we have any people. What is this? What's going on? Okay, so we have somebody. Give me a moment. And I will be frequently going down the list, okay? So just don't worry. I'll always keep you, on track of where you're at, okay? So I'm going to read for Jordan right now. So let me just... Okay, so we're going to channel Jordan's energy into the cards. Let's bring forth the messages he needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. Hi, Jordan. I remember you. I remember you. So what are Ephraim's feelings towards Jordan? So I'm just wondering, Are you at a physical distance from them, or is there like nothing happening between the two of you? Because, oh, see that? Because I feel like the person is, there's definitely like a hold happening. Like there's a hold on the person regarding you. But I would say, hi, Victoria. I would say that we've got somebody who's hiding feelings. But I'm just wondering, this is going to be, you know, like you are not to take whatever you see happening in the physical with this person for reality. Now, I'm not saying stop your life. No, live your life. But we've got somebody who's holding back, okay? I don't know if there is something around religion or tradition or some sort of something that makes them not freely come towards you, but we've got a lot of wanting to return energy. And it may not be that they, you know, call you or text you, but it's like, I wish I could be near them or around them or knowing what they're up to. Now, I don't know if this person has your contact details, but we've got 2 pages which talk about messengers. Someone wants to say something. Someone definitely wants to say something. Yeah. King of Cups really holding it back. But with the Emperor, there, you know, to have like 2 people here, like 2 male, like suit cards, we've got what we present to the world and then what we've got here underneath. So I don't know what your person is into, like what their belief system is. I don't know what their religion is, what their tradition is, but we've got a conflict. We've got a conflict here. So I would say again, do not read too much into what the physical reality is showing you regarding this person. Now, I'm assuming Ephraim, I'm assuming because of the cards, this is a male. Or am I wrong? Because, I don't know, I've just got a lot of male cards as opposed to like female cards. Definitely like attracted, but geez, there's like this wall up. There's a wall up with this person. And there's an inner battle being fought, but they're not, okay, at the time of receiving this reading, I'm not going to talk about the future, okay? At the time of receiving this reading, I don't know that your person is willing to go up against those walls, okay? So you better believe with the Ace of Cups, there is a desire. There's feelings of love. But I just feel like there's just something restricted about it. Like I can't freely speak on it, experience it. I'm not sure what this is, okay? Let's get some more cards in regards to how Ephraim feels about Jordan. Okay, that's crazy because that's what that 8 of Cups is about too. We've got surrender, letting go, release, give up, and patience. So I think your person, they're trying to convince themselves to kind of let this go. Like, I feel like I'm tricking the mind. Really beating themselves up about it. But you have to really take into account this card because that's what the first card was over here too. So they've let this go. They're trying to let it go. They're trying to release it and they're trying to give it up. This is also when I see somebody trying to speak to their mind and say, like, get over it. Like, this is insane. This can never be, or something along those lines. Let's go with one more card. Legal matters, justice, divorce, balance, and judgment. So I don't know if that makes sense to you that there is a divorce. I'm not really gravitated towards that word on the card. I'm more gravitated towards the balancing, because that's even what the Temperance talks about. So this person has a lot of work to do as far as inner work, thinking about what they want out of life, where do they stand on their wants and needs. But I also feel like the judgment word here, they would face judgment for feeling whatever they feel towards you. And they're not ready, I feel like, to go up against that. So you've got like a person, and I would trust your own intuition with this. So if you kind of can feel it, like, I know this person cares about me, but they're not actively showing you in the physical reality, I wouldn't allow that to play tricks on your mind, okay? I would say you need to go with what you're picking up deep down, because that's probably accurate. So live your life, Jordan, because this guy doesn't look like he's going to come around anytime soon. He's got a lot to work on, and you've opened up his eyes to his whole world, okay? What he likes, what he doesn't like, what he believes in, all these things, okay? But yes, there are feelings. And I would say deep feelings, not just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. No, this is like kind of, because I don't think this person would feel as much as they feel if it wasn't deep. If it was just like a romp thing, who cares? You know, I don't have feelings, but there are feelings. And that's what makes this even worse. And for them, as far as contemplating like who they are and what they want and what they're willing to go out of their way to do or grab, you know, like chase in life, you know, after, you know, a dream. A dream can be with another person, okay? And I think they're in the process of asking themselves, like, they're also scared this may happen again to them. There's a lot of questions here. There's a lot of questions here, because I'm even wondering here if this person's openly, you know what, because it doesn't look like they are to me. It looks like they are hiding this part of them. Or it could just be the feelings they have for you. But this is difficult. So when I see that it's difficult, I'm always going to tell my clients, make sure you're living your life. Do not wait for anyone, because you will be waiting. Like, why? Why should you wait, you know? But you've got a person who's going to withhold and really can actually do a really good job at that. They're actually good at that. Some people not so good at that. That's why it kind of ends up breaking. The person has to spill the beans, but this person could probably hold it for a lifetime. So that's why I say, again, I'm going to reiterate, live your life. Okay, Jordan? All right, give me a moment, guys. Okay, so next is Allesia. Then I've got Vivian. And then I've got Caitlyn. Okay. I love this name, Allesia. I like it. I like the way it sounds. Hi, beautiful. Can I have a whatever comes out reading? Oh, I love that. I love that. I love when you throw it to spirit, because in my opinion, you just get so much more, you know? And it's always wonderful to get the answers that you just didn't necessarily know to ask for, you know? It makes it even more like real, you know? Like, wow, spirit is really working with Chicha. How would she know that type of thing, you know? So let's bring forth the messages that Allesia needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. I'm assuming you're a she. And let's bring them forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret them to her. What do you want her to know today? Ooh, what is going on here? Okay, I hope you're on standby because I need to ask you a question. Okay, good. Oh, thank you, Victoria. No problem, Jordan. My question to you, Allesia, is has there been a person who has like recently stirred your romantic feelings? Has there been somebody? Or is this about to happen? Is there someone like it's this is like attraction on steroids? Like, I don't know. I feel like I could jump this person's bones. Like, like I'm just, it's kind of crazy as the reader. I'm zoning in physically on this person, and I can see that you're very physically attracted to them. Okay. Now, my next question is, since you confirmed that there's somebody, what's been the progress with that? Because if the project progress has been kind of stagnated, or we're wanting to get to the next step, I feel like that's coming soon. I think here you may be in for a really, really nice time. Yeah, you may be in for a really, really fun time. Like, I'm jealous. Like, this is like lots of chemistry, lots of talking, lots of sex. This is fun. But you may start to feel like, okay, finally, like things are flowing. Did that person have to make a choice? Because, like, why is the lovers here as well, too? Like, who who had to make the choice? Was it you or them? Like, because I feel like there's a choice made, and then we can proceed. But it's like it's very centered around a choice. Like, someone, either you or them, makes a decision, and because of that decision, now we can proceed. Okay. We need a card on that. We need a card on that, because that needs a card. That needs something. Give me more. Oh, shoot. Okay. We've got player, charming, manipulative, karmic, and being tested. Now, that's crazy that that came up, because that's also the player, the magician card. Now, the thing is with this is that I may now understand what the choice is. The choice is maybe to stop these ways, okay? Say goodbye to those player days, because he's found the one. I understand now what the choice is. The cards just give, you don't have to even understand, explain that. We're kind of deciding that we want to be our true selves, and, we're going to take off our player hat now. Because you know what? Allesia is the girl, and she doesn't deserve that. And I also don't want to miss the opportunity. There is something about missing the boat on you and starting to see that nothing else is kind of comparing to you, okay? Let me move on, because there's more. You've got a little bit of a role coming to you, a new role, okay? A new role. And this will put you in a leader position. I don't care if it's your own business, but I like this on you, because you can be yourself now. You got more freedom, okay? I don't know if you've been trying to build something, or you've been kind of balancing two things at once. This feels very career oriented, I will say, okay? You don't need to try to figure out what this is. This feels like I'm in the career sector, okay? There may have been forces trying to work against you to kind of for you to climb in the way that you want to climb. But now is your time to shine, so nothing can really F with that, okay? You've done enough work that now it's time for the fruits to kind of bear, okay? I'm not saying you're completely going to be done and where you need to be. We always have to grow, but you're getting your money up, but you're also, I feel like, entering into a new role. So I don't know if you're a business owner. I don't know if this is like you get a promotion, or, they elevate you somehow in your career, but the chips were against you. I do feel like you had to strategize a lot, because there was many other people who wanted it. There were many other people that like, and you may not even know these people. It's just, you know, like even when you're starting your own business, there's other people, right? Like you have competition, right? But it's your time. And with the Hermit, I want you to know another thing. Even if it doesn't feel like you're spending too much time on your spiritual path, you are. By being true to who you are, even if it looks like you're not sitting in the corner meditating, you are still putting in a lot of work towards your spiritual journey. I feel like with the Hermit here, especially on the bottom of the deck, because that's the most important card for me personally, there's a lot happening spiritually, even if it doesn't look like there is. Because some people think that, you know, in order to work on your spiritual journey, you have to go stay in the forest for 5 hours a day, or, you know, I don't know, like meditate or go to do that. What's it called? Ashwagandha or something? No. So you've got, I feel like, a bit of a break coming up for you with the Knight of Wands. There's going to be more adventure. And you need to laugh. You need to have fun. You know, they tell me you've been planting a seed for like more than 10 years. Like, did something interesting happen like 7 to 10 years ago? They're telling me that you have really, this is a long period of time. Like, I don't know if you changed who you were. I don't know if Allesia upgraded herself like 7, or she just started on her path, or that's when she woke up somehow to her life, and that she could change it. I don't know. They're saying that you've been on this path for a long time, even if it doesn't look like you have. So it's time for a bit of a break, but it's also time for fun. And it's also time for you to stop being in the background of your life and, you know, like move forward. Main character energy. I was a late bloomer. That's okay. I don't think there's any such thing as being late. You know, we're all on different paths, right? We're all on different paths. No two lanes or no two persons' lives are going to be the same. So I really don't even believe in the whole late thing. Now, if you're getting the message and you're constantly ignoring it, then that's a different story. But they're telling me you were not late. You were right on time. Right on time. So you're going to turn a player into an honest man. Okay. He's been wanting to be, though. You know, he just needed that right girl. So, yeah. Amazing. This is what I got for you. Okay, so I'm on Vivian. You're welcome. No problem. So let's bring forth the messages that Vivian needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Just get a good shuffle on here. What are Raphael's intentions toward me? Did he hurt me on purpose or just fell in love with Lias? Does he love her now? Something like this? Okay. Let's find out what Raphael's intentions are towards Vivian. Karmic. We've got a karmic here, okay? I don't take lightly to the justice coming out, especially when it's the first card. And that also is going to signify this as well, too, okay? Now, listen. Give me a moment. Okay, she's important. I'm assuming this Lias, or whatever her name is, she's very important here, okay? I don't know if you know her personally or you just know of her like around or somewhere, but she's also very important. So listen, karmic, Real big karmic energy here, especially with the Ace of Cups in the world. You're coming back again to complete something, okay? Now, I do feel like in this life, you actually got off scot-free a little bit here with this person this time around, because there was not as much to kind of do, okay? Yes, lifetime to lifetime, I feel like you are planting a seed. You're kind of getting up, maybe even to the 10 of Pentacles, okay? But right now, you're at an 8 or a 7, sorry. This person I feel like came in to really show you what you don't prefer, because, okay, don't get mad at me, which I know you won't. Something makes me feel like he was given off red flags really early on, but we chose not to kind of see it. Now, it doesn't mean that you did anything wrong, because I still think there were things that needed to be learned. But I do feel like she's really important as well too, this other person. And I would say, you know, when you're asking if he loves her, I don't think he loves anybody really. I do understand that the Ace of Cups is here. I do think it's to come back through what looks like a relationship. But maybe on a higher level, he does love you, loved her, whatever. But at the end of the day, he's coming back in to help your soul evolve. So I can see kind of here what looks like you got hurt, but really your person here has a lot more growing to do, not ready for anything serious. So I think they hurt you, but really when you look at the behind the scenes of why they hurt you, it wasn't intentional. It's just, I'm not ready for that. Now, I'm not saying that this person should have started anything with you, especially if they thought that maybe you were wanting more. But King of Cups, really? Not the best energy. Withholding, secretive, passive. You know, I think you dodged a bullet here. But I'm not getting anything really deep with respect to love. I don't feel it in this spread. Give me more. Let's see what these cards say. One card. We've got date, courting, dating, anniversary, and meetup. How long were you with this person? I don't even know if you're there, but I mean, dates? That really doesn't make me feel like much transpired here. You know, to get the card of date. I mean, it's not like, I mean, there's so many cards in here that talk about like something deeper. You know, it's just date. I don't know. Give me a clarifier on that. Ghosted. Yeah. Disappear, silence, ignored, and rejected. This feels light. I mean, I don't want to take away from you being hurt, but this feels light. I don't feel like this person invested personally on their end. Like if you were to actually get the truth out of them, I don't think they invested much in this, or they didn't feel the way that you felt. So you being hurt, they may really wonder about that. Like how? We weren't even serious or something, or they don't consider it like that. But your person, I feel like, is signing up to be whoever they are in this lifetime in order for everyone to learn. But with that Three of Cups there, we've got another person. And I think that other person is very important too. Okay. And to be honest, I don't know that I would really have bad feelings towards her, because she's going to get hurt too with that Five of Swords. She will get hurt too. She will get ghosted as well. This guy is not ready for anything, okay? And he actually being clarified on the justice looks to me like he's actually signed up to teach a lot of people lessons, okay? He's just like, I mean, I don't think he knows it on a conscious level, but he's not that great as a character, you know? He's no prize piece. So I would say here, take or ask the universe, you know, what you were supposed to do with this connection or what it was supposed to teach you, ask your higher self. You know, and then kind of move on, move on. Thank you. It makes sense. Can you believe I thought of you? And when I opened you till you were starting this live? Yes, absolutely. This is why I don't announce my, my lives, because I want it to be for who is supposed to receive a message. I don't want it to be scheduled. I like it like this. Whoever needs a reading will get a reading. That's just the way I like to do it. So there's no coincidences in that, light worker. Okay? At all. But yeah, I would not even spend another second energetically on this. Try to take, you know, if you're going to take some time, if you're going to use any time, try to look at what was taught here or how you can move forward in a better way. But listen, you dodged a bullet. Okay. This guy is he's no prize. I'm just from a reader standpoint, because he just, I don't know, like there's a lot of work to be done, and he has an eye, a philandering eye. So how do you make anything work with someone like that who hasn't, you know, worked on that? And most men, just an FYI to everybody who's watching right now, I do find if you come into this lifetime as a male, one of the biggest things you do need to work on is like all that indoctrination with like, you know, not being able to control your, you know, lower parts. Okay. A divine masculine does not just go around sleeping with anybody. Okay. They understand their body is their body is not a trash can, and they treat that accordingly. Okay. And this whole about, oh, it's healthy, you got to release, and oh, this blue balls bullshit. This is a part of the matrix. Okay. Just an FYI. I don't know. Maybe someone out there needed to hear it. I don't know. But that's kind of what I got for you. Okay, so I'm going to move forward now. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, so I'm moving to Caitlyn, and then C is next, okay? So if you are listening and you want to get in, there's literally 2 people ahead of you right now. Okay. Hello, Chitra. I love your readings. Thank you. I am feeling a nudge to start a YouTube channel which focuses on my engineering schooling and to help Indigenous youth. I was wondering if this is my guides and when I should start this, and will the channel be successful? Any advice? Okay. I love this. Beautiful. I want you to know before I start with anything with the cards, absolutely that you're not crazy. Okay. Everyone here, if you are ever feeling like you need to go and do something, it's not random. It's never going to be random. Why would you have the thought? Ask yourself, why would you have the thought anyways? Okay. And remember, it's always going to be the best option to at least try, so that you can't look back and have any kind of regrets and say, I would have never known, but I don't know because I never tried. Okay. As far as your channel being successful, you have to go at it. And I'm just offering this advice because before I look to the cards, because I have experience in this. You have to have 0 expectations. You have to go into it with the idea that, you know, this is something I would love to do. I would enjoy it. And I would do it if like one person was watching. You also have to have faith that, you know, whatever the physical reality that's, you know, is going to be being shown to you, it's not going to be indicative of how successful you are. So, you know, you are building something. I'm not saying that people can't blow up overnight. That's happened many times. Okay. Some people it's slow and steady. Me personally, I didn't have any viral moments. Okay. I was a slow and steady person. But slow and steady is still successful. And I'm growing every year, like financially. So, you know what I mean? But it may not look like that. You know, people could look at my channel and be like, that's a small channel. Like you probably are not doing anything or making anything. It's like, don't let looks deceive you. Okay. The beautiful thing about YouTube is it kind of is like a marketplace, so definitely if you can have like branch offs or offer services, that's where you can start to kind of like start with the streams and all that income streams. But you gotta dream big, and those two things need to be locked in. No expectations. You do it because you love it, because you want to do it. And you have to kind of be somewhat delusional. Okay. You can't allow whatever the physical reality is that's being shown to you, get inside your head to say, okay, this is not working, or this will never work, or these kind of things. Okay. So let's move to the cards now. That was my little spiel. So let's talk to Caitlyn today about this YouTube channel that she wants to start. She wants to know if it's the guides, if it's her guides. If you can offer when she should start, that would be great. If it's successful, if it will be successful, any advice about this. So let's bring forth the messages Caitlyn needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Oh, okay. So you've done something like this in a previous timeline, or you're doing this currently in another timeline, okay? Kind of interesting, you're talking about youth, and we've got children here. Now, this can be all the way up to like 18 years old, in my opinion. But there's something also being activated, like a past life memory of helping. It may not be, obviously, like if this is a life that you lived in the 1600s, you didn't have the internet, okay? But what I'm saying is it's kind of being triggered back. You're like being activated right now. Oh, this is a calling. That's what this is. This is a calling. So no, it's not random. This is not random. This is a life duty of yours that you do lifetime to lifetime. It may not look the same every lifetime, but it is something with children, helping children to grow. Okay. Wow. Look at that. More kids. Okay, so Caitlyn, okay, look at that. More kids. Sometimes I hate when I want to talk and then it's like I have to pull these cards. I just have so much to say. I'm a type of person, when I look at cards, I can talk for hours about like a 9-card spread. It's crazy. Anyways, you are going to have to be super patient about your process, okay? You've got the 2 of Swords. You're being given drop by drop. It's not going to go any faster for you. And honestly, you don't want it to go over faster for you, because then it's going to be overwhelming, okay? Oh, you're welcome. You will be given exactly what you need when you need it, okay? Be careful with the process. See, you're having the thought right now, right? You're having the thought right now. This is interesting. Okay, you know how you asked about if you should start right now? I personally would have never really wanted to answer that question, because I would have been like, let's go. That's me. Let's go. Let's get this done. But actually, they're saying not right now. Now, you do what you feel guided to do. Never take any advice from a tarot reading. But what I'm trying to say is that in time, this will start to become more plausible. So I'm wondering here right now, okay, I don't really know what you have going on in your life right now, but now is not, like, there's not enough energy to exert right now for this. Now, when I say right now, I don't know when that right now will end. I have to be honest. I don't know if that's, maybe you'll be ready in a few weeks, or you'll be ready in a month. I don't think we're going past a year, but I feel like go slow. And I'm surprised by that message because, like I said, personally, I would say start today. That's just me. But no, you need to be really calculated about this. I don't know if you tend to be a person who likes to do things properly and like all I's dotted, T's crossed. This could be like feeling better for you if you go that route of then just to kind of just throw things out. So I don't know if you're also being given that advice because you know you're like that anyways, but you will affect many lives. And here we go with the King of Wands, you know, take action, you know, take action. In time, you will move many people out of troubled waters. So I guess I'm wondering here, does that make sense to you? Like, I mean, I understand what you're asking me, but I don't know the full picture. I also don't want to know the full picture, but could your channel, like with what your focus is, could this actually take people out of whatever they're living like and put them on a different, like a better path? Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. I'm just in the middle of someone's reading. You're probably not that far behind, okay? This could set many people on a different path, a path to, like, I feel like whatever you're offering, you're opening up people's eyes to some other possibility. When you can do that for people, oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know what's better than coming down to earth and like changing someone's life, okay? I want to help troubled youth see the world. Okay. You know, this makes me actually feel a little teary-eyed inside. This is actually really beautiful. This is really beautiful. You know, starting a YouTube channel, some people do it for other reasons, but when you want to change people's lives, that just really, like, that's the type of stuff I like to hear. You know, that's kind of what I did with my channel too, you know? Like, some people think it's about other things. No. I want to change people's lives. I want to wake people up to like what's out there, a better way to live. I even, you know, as you may know, Caitlyn, because I feel like I've read for you before, but I like to kind of even encourage people to kind of move out of readings, you know, to not even need them anymore. You know, like I'm here to affect change. I'm not here to just, you know, make a dollar. I didn't even want to be on YouTube. A lot of you guys know that. I answered a calling. But back to you. This is phenomenal. So go slow. You will affect many people's lives. You're also replaying your role in other lives that is just, it's embedded in your soul. It may look different in different lifetimes, but you're activating. This is memories coming back. Okay, so is this your guides? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards memories resurfacing of you doing this before, but it's just your logical mind can't make sense of it. This feels to me like an activation, but I want to tell you there's people who need you. There's a lot of people who need you. So if at first you don't find many, just wait. It's just like my channel. People are not ready for me. They're just not. They have to be ready for me. Someone even wrote that on one of my videos the other day. You have to be ready for her. I'm not going to hold your hand through ascension. I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to hold your hand through a psychic reading either. Okay? People tend to think that people like that are nasty and mean, but it's like, no, those are some of the most highest vibrational people. You know, it's what's been sold to you, you know? So I just want you to know, if you don't feel like it's working at first, you have to be patient. I'm patient after 5 years, okay? I understand, you know? More people need to wake up to find me. I get it, okay? This is the kind of same thing I'm seeing for you. So just at first, don't have any expectations, but you are, yeah, see that with the temperance in time? Don't rush anything. Don't feel like because you're getting the message, you have to act right away. Put a little bit by bit intentionally into this. And then when you feel like you're finally ready and it's all perfect the way you like it, it's perfect to you, then do it. That's just kind of, you know, what I'm seeing here. Okay. All right. I wish you all the best, Caitlyn. I really do. Amazing. You know, that's the kind of stuff I like to hear. Like, join YouTube to help change lives, you know? That's what we should be doing. That's 5D for you. That's New Earth. Okay, bear with me. Okay, I'm going to see. Then I've got Everina. And then I've got, that's a nice name, Everina. Nice. And then Shiza, okay? So let's go to C. So let's bring forth the messages that C needs to hear, not the messages they want to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to them. Whatever comes out from spirit. So whatever C needs to be aware of, bring it forth today, please. Hi, C. Oh, okay. I just got really hit with a very bold message when I saw her. I'm just curious. Sorry, I have to ask questions. Sometimes they're a bit private, but you know, it does help. It does help me get more. Are you pregnant? Did you have a baby? Do you have a baby? I don't know what this is. Oh man, I have to ask you another question too. I don't even know what to say here. Was there like a loss too, maybe? Was there a loss, or have we been trying? I cannot stop feeling something around no, not pregnant. That's a real strong message for me. When I feel it, it's really kind of difficult to stop. Okay. All right. Okay, you have a daughter. Okay. And I just want to be clear too, you didn't lose any, right? Like, you didn't lose any children? I don't know. I just, like, it's so strong. I don't even know what this may mean, you know? I mean, I don't even know if maybe I'm picking up on a future child. I don't know what this is, but when I get the message, this strong, it's like, you know how it is, like, for us, people who are intuitive, it's just like in the movie Ghost, like when that guy, what's his name, wouldn't leave Whoopi Goldberg alone. It's like that, it gnaws at you. So anyways, I don't know. I'll move away from this for now, but I just can't shake this feeling of like a child. I don't know. Okay, let me move forward. So I don't know what you're working on in your life. I am over 40, so probably no more children for me, I hope. There's a whole other world happening. There's a whole other world happening out there, see? Don't look at 40. You know, there's going to be technologies that are going to be invented. People will be scaling back. You know, you'll go in for a general healing and you'll come out and you're 28. So just don't look at life like in that way, because we have no idea what's coming as far as technology wise. I know that sounds crazy if you don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's going to be coming about very soon. So just, you know, there could be more. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I don't know what you've been working towards, okay, in your life. I feel like there's really something strong around like being independent financially. But I also feel like there's been a lot of sacrifice, okay? I don't know if you have your own business. I don't know if you are working on that. Like, there's so much coming out for you. I'm trying to stop it. It's like a movie. Because I'm also feeling like now my energy is being like just directed here over here now, and it's like I have to ask you, like, have you been being forced to make a decision that you don't feel like you're in a position to make? Like, I don't know. There's like this time to act energy, but it's like with the Two of Swords, it's like, I don't know because I just don't have enough information right now. What's underneath this card? Okay. That's really difficult because I feel like the information is not being presented enough to you so that you can make a decision. I don't know what you want to do right now in your life, but there's like this time, I'm hearing time to act. Like I feel the energy coming about, like I got to act, but I'm not ready. Okay. 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 Listen, they're saying you made the right decision with little information, okay? You did the best that you could. I don't know if you've been kind of kicking yourself because it's been a frustrating situation, but with that Page of Pentacles, you did what you could in the moment, okay? I'm going to leave that over there. Are there a lot of times where you feel like, even though you've made so much progress, you just, like, I keep hearing give up. I want to give up. And I'm not talking about anything crazy. I'm not talking about like you removing yourself from the earth. I'm just saying like, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I feel like I'm seeing the hamster wheel. And it's just like, I feel like a clown in my own show because I'm tired. And there's never ever like a breath to take or time to enjoy something. There's just always me like having to catch up or keep up. Okay. I don't want to lie to you. There's going to be more of that, but they're asking you to kind of work with your gifts. Okay, see, you've got gifts with the High Priestess that you really have not channeled yet. They're showing me with the writing. Okay, you got to start getting paper and a pen and writing. Your stuff is writing. I don't know what you call this, but your stuff is with writing. Automatic writing. The way that you've been kind of doing things, it's okay. But like, if you have gifts and you have the ability to see, why not tap into something else? So they're asking you to just start putting more effort into like the channeling. They're saying you can channel, but it looks like writing to me. You may, through actively taking time out of your day to sit down and do this, you may start to get or hear the messages of what you're supposed to do, because I feel like for you, I'm not getting information in my physical reality. I feel like I'm going to have to do something more. And I'm going to tell you, this is actually a real thing. If I think back to the way my life was before I started, working with spirit and like my own higher guides and my angels and hearing my higher self, I always needed someone else's opinion. I never knew what the hell to do. I never knew what was the right way. I couldn't feel nothing. Then I started to move into feeling, and then everything made sense. And then if I just didn't do something that I didn't feel guided to do, it just worked out. Or if I felt like I did need to do something because I felt it, it worked out. So there was no more mistakes anymore, Like, it really reduced the amount of mistakes I started making in my life. Oh, you've been channeling with scripting? Okay, that's not a coincidence. I mean, come on, really? How am I going to be able to say something like that? You got to keep at this, okay? Keep at this. You got to try something new, because and this is not about you personally. This is about anybody who's watching. Start working with your higher self. I promise you it's always going to work out. You will never really be in doubt, because when you move to the feeling, like the feeling as opposed to the thinking, I don't know, it's always right. It's just always right. Whereas opposed to the thinking, I don't know. I don't know. There's no match. Now, I'm going to say something before I leave you. See? I'm seeing like that little, there's been more revealed to me. There's a little girl. I don't know who this little girl is. I don't know if she's going to be joining you in the future. I don't know if you'll be adopting her. I don't know if you're taking her over for someone else. Like, I think this is a future timeline. There's like a little girl, very special, very special. I mean, everybody's special, but she's specifically special, and when she comes into your life, she's going to, just remember my words, because this could happen in 10 years from now. She's going to elevate you somehow, okay? Frequency wise, like, I don't know. She's the soul that comes in to also help you to kind of navigate or evolve. Like, she's very important to your journey is what I'm saying, okay? So yeah, I have to say that. I keep feeling like I'm making a mistake because I have minimum information when making decisions. Are you kidding me? I mean, that's literally what I just said, right? Like, this is unbelievable, right? Like, even I get shocked by this. I literally took those words out of your mouth before you wrote it. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that you are, you know, to navigate this world, you have to tap into your higher self. People who do that have way more of a better life, I find, than people who don't, who are like, oh, that's bullshit. That's hocus pocus, delusional, you know, crazy town, okay? I find the people who are more willing and open to go that route do a lot better in life than the others, okay? All right, let's move forward. Hi, yes I am. I'm just going back now to check the lineup. So maybe you want to wait for that to see where you'll be. Okay, so Everina, then Shiza, then Angela. So let me go to Everina. Let me bring forth the messages that she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear, and let me bring it forth, or allow it to be brought forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. How can I win in my love life? Not sure what to do. Aw, okay. You're always winning. You're always winning, even if it looks like you're not, okay? But let's see what the cards have to say for you. How can she win in love? Oh, goodness. Okay, that's a very big card to come out. Okay. This message will be delivered with a lot of sentiment. Look at that. Wow, okay. The cards are bringing forth something that hopefully you're open to hearing. Remember, you don't have to ever accept anything I have to say. Oh, geez. That Hermit clarified everything for being on the bottom for me. Okay. You're welcome, C. There is a part of you that I feel like needs to be released, okay? I don't know if it's a man. I don't know if it's a man from your past. I have no idea what this is. I don't even know if it's a type of man. If it's not a man, with the Eight of Swords, this talks about something that you're holding on to that is not really going to be good for you as far as moving forward, you know, and finding that person. This can be anywhere from like emotional abandonment wounds to like emotional baggage. Can I pay by super chat? I don't know. Sorry. You know, even when you sent that last time, Asin, like I literally got 12 bucks. Like, I don't know. You're going to have to do like the calculation in your currency so that I would receive $20 Canadian. No, you'll have to do more because they're going to take what they take. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really not good. Yeah, if you can play with PayPal, that would be great. I really appreciate it. Plus, it would be fair to everyone else. Thank you so much. There's something that you're holding on to. I don't know. And I feel like it needs to die with the death. There needs to be like a rebirth. but it's something, it's like a way about you. Like, what would you consider you have? Like, do you have codependent stuff? Do you have like emotional abandonment wounds? Like, what is this? Because I feel like there's a perfect person for you waiting, but he requires, or this person that you're supposed to be with, they require a ton of sacrifice on your end so that you can be in a better position when they meet you. But they also have work to do too. That's the funny thing with the Two of Cups. It goes back and forth, but you have to, with the Hermit. Oh man. Have you told the universe or God or your spirit guides or whoever you pray to that you're ready for the unraveling? I don't know what that means, hon. I don't know what that means. Can you, sorry, I don't even have like anything near me to look up what that means. Is that severe? I don't know what the C stands for, but I'm thinking post-traumatic stress disorder. But I don't know what the C means. Okay, so complex. Okay. You know, it's kind of interesting that you say that with the Seven of Cups too, because it's kind of can talk about like muddled thinking. And I want you to know too that I actually had that too from a past boyfriend who tried to kill me. I had that too. Anytime somebody would come around the corner, I would scream. It was so embarrassing. But I literally had to go to Florida to have a past life regression with Alba Weinman to fix it. Sometimes it's like that. Now, I'm not here saying, you know, if you're on certain medication, don't take it. I'm not saying anything like that. Me personally, I just find that when I went to go see her, it just stopped, okay? There needs to be a healing, okay? A healing. Now, again, I want to reiterate, if you're on medication, don't stop taking it. But maybe you could also look for some other things, you know, that could help, that can't hurt to try. Like, do you know who Alba Weinman is? She's on YouTube here. She does past life regression. And I healed a bunch of shit when I went to see her. I healed like what happened with my father. I healed like so much stuff. It was crazy. It was like, I really underestimated what I was going. I thought I was just going there to do something fun. And I had no idea the stuff that was gonna like leave me like for good. So I'm just kind of bringing it forth as an idea. And again, I want to bring forth this message with a lot of sentiment. As a person who had that, I understand. Oh no, I'm not okay. Okay. All right. Okay. As a person who went through this, I just have to say that stuff. I have to say it. I just have to by law say that stuff. As a person who went through this kind of stuff, I understand. You know, what this thing can do to you. Like, it can cause a lot of unclear thinking, but needs to be some healing. They're saying it's possible for you to overcome this. They are, okay? But, you know, you're kind of getting a second message here is that, like, you know, there is actually somebody. There's somebody here who is ready to be with you in a very long-term commitment. But, you know, it's interesting too with the King of Swords, because that's also mental. It's like mental thoughts, and also even Eight of Swords is a swords energy. It's thoughts. It can be like mental thoughts. And I know with PTSD, it can screw your mind. Like it happened to me. Like I told you, it happened to me, and I was always on edge. Like, but I felt like it was interesting because it was like coming always from my mind, you know? So this is kind of like what is being shown to me. I don't think that, honestly, I want to be very real with you. I think that you would have figured this out or worked through this eventually and would have met this amazing person. I don't think you necessarily needed to hear this reading. What I'm trying to say is don't think like you can't do this, because your higher self would have led you towards healing this on your own. So don't worry about me coming in and saying this stuff. I'm just kind of validating something, but you're on this journey anyways with the Hermit. And it's kind of interesting with the Hermit to be here as well too, because that talks about self-healing, that you can do this, but it's not going to be easy with the Tower. You know, it's not going to be easy with the Tower. But Queen of Cups, she can master this. Absolutely. She can do this. But you need to change your perspective on things that, you know, you will meet somebody. Like, it's done. It's done. Have you ever talked to yourself in a way where it's like, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to figure it out. I will figure this out. I will be led. I trust with my higher self that they will lead me to where I need to be in order to kind of overcome this. Because that's kind of what I did. And then I got that booking with Alba Weinman. And if you all know who Alba Weinman is, she's not easy to get in with. You literally have to catch her email within like seconds, okay? Because then the spots are just booked up. But that was just my way I did it, you know? So there you go. You're in therapy now. You're gonna figure this out. They're gonna help you. They're gonna give you the tools you need. But this is coming to you anyways. You're meant to be in a relationship that is very successful, maybe even, you know, the best version of yourself here with the Empress. Have children if you want. You know, like there's a whole life waiting out there for you. It's just you have to have that perspective that it's done already, okay? Like you'll do what you can in the meantime, and you know everything else will follow, but you're going to do the best that you can, and that will be good enough kind of thing, okay? You're tired right now? Yeah, a lot of people are tired right now. There's not one person who's not fed up on this planet, you know? It doesn't help with the frequencies, right, that are happening on Earth right now as well. The dimensional shift. I mean, we never, ever more than now had so many different timelines running at the same time, right? I mean, you could be standing next to somebody at the grocery store and they're not on your timeline, you know? It's a very interesting time to be on Earth right now, but it's like if you're here, trust me, you're brave, okay? You are brave. So just know that you deserve like everything that life has to offer you, even if you have this situation that's happening right now to you, and that you will overcome it. You will. Hold on, guys. I just got like signed out. 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to Shiza, then it's Angela, and then Ray. Hi, Chitra. I'm an Aquarian. I have been getting a lot of tension between me and my friend's fiance. He has been avoiding eye contact and gets nervous around me. What is going on with him? His name is Omar. He's an Aries. Am I overthinking, or is there... Man, that sucks for your friend. That really sucks for your friend. Oh, man. One thing I will tell you, that even before we get into the cards, if someone's avoiding eye contact, like, there's definitely an attraction, okay? And you should trust what you're feeling. I understand you're coming just for the validation, but you're welcome. You're welcome, Everstina. I understand you're coming for the validation, but yeah, just reading that, I know for sure there's something going on, okay? So let's channel Shiza's energy into the cards. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Talk to us about this Omar. Is he attracted? Is he attracted to her? What's going on? Why is he avoiding eye contact with her? So there you are on the bottom, and you're causing a lot of chaos. You're causing a lot of chaos, Shiza. Your energy is very strong too. I just want to add, I'm not saying generally, I'm just saying to this person. And there's your Aries man, okay? Just give me, I want to draw one card from here. Okay, I want to be very honest. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I don't think they like, really, okay. I don't think they like your energy. It's not about you. I just don't think they like your energy. Your energy is triggering for them. Now, I do feel like this person is trying to be very focused on what they're doing, which is, I'm assuming, I don't know, getting married to your friend. What is the question again here? Hold on. Okay. I feel like he's trying to focus on, you know, like the woman he has. This is a person who's mad about how they feel towards you. So can I say like, oh, they've got the hots for you. They're like so sexually attracted to you. Like, I mean, maybe, but it's more anger, if anything. So I want to be honest. I feel like this person doesn't really like you. Doesn't like your energy. Maybe they feel what they feel, but I'm getting more like anger than anything and feeling very caught off guard, and feeling very defensive. No, I understand you haven't done anything to him, but there are some men who, it's like when something like that happens, it's like they can act like many different ways. You got one guy who's going to maybe try to hit on you or get your number and be like a player. Then you've got another guy who may, flirt a bit. And then you have some guys who get like, just like, oh man, like, do I really need this right now kind of thing? Or even if they feel what they feel, they're mad for feeling what they feel. But I'm not saying you did anything to them. No, I'm just saying the energy is very strong, and just you being in the room nearby, you cause a lot of chaos, but they don't like it because they want to enjoy themselves. So maybe I should have clarified. When I said that they don't like you, I'm not saying that you did something to them. I'm just saying I don't think they like you around. Now, could that be because they're attracted or there's some weird tension, like attraction? Yeah, but this person is trying to be like focused on something else, which is, I don't know, like their partner. They don't need this right now. It's like that type of thing. It's awkward. You get where I'm going? You know, I feel like with this date card, it's like, when are you around them? I gotta ask you, when are you around this person? Yes, he's so good, but when are you around them? Like what is the occasion that you're around? Like, are you just hanging out with your friend and then he shows up? Or like, what's the meetup like when you're around? Like, how do you guys get into each other's space? Usually when I hang around her and he sometimes bumps into us. This feels to me like conflicting, like an issue I don't need kind of thing. And I do feel like there's something else coming forth. I don't think he trusts you because I think you're also her friend. So he has to be very careful, okay? Because, you know, he may think that you're going to go tell her something and then that screws up. He actually really does love your friend. He loves your friend a lot. But this is awkward. This is awkward and a problem he doesn't need. And because you are a friend and like you're not going anywhere, he kind of is like, I don't want to deal with this, you know? Does he think I'm attracted to him? I don't think he thinks you're attracted to him, but I think he understands that there's like an energy between the two of you, and he would just rather not have it. It's conflicting. It's conflicting. I just would rather not have this problem. You're too close to home. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he's the type of guy, if you were some girl from a different town, he may entertain it. But because you're right next, close to the person he's gonna spend whatever the forever with, the Four of Wands, this is too dangerous. You get where I'm going? Does he look at my social media? I don't know. I'm not getting anything like that here. But if I had to say something, if I had to answer it, even though I'm not getting it, I wouldn't think so. This guy wants to keep things separate. This is not a guy who's going to come towards you. He wants to keep a safe space, okay? I think he's more angry than anything because it's conflicting. It's conflicting. He doesn't want any kind of problems. Like, again, I'm going to repeat. He loves your friend and he wants to be with her. And you're very close to home, okay? So he doesn't want any situations. That's kind of what I'm getting here. I'm not getting anything more, okay? I wouldn't push him, like, to make him feel even more uncomfortable just because, I don't know. I just try if you can, you know, to kind of also like look distracted or detached or something, but don't like peer into his eyes or anything. He could get very, it could make it worse for him. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm not getting anything else. It's kind of interesting. This was on the bottom of the deck too. Fear, afraid, uneasy, suspicion, and scared. That was on the bottom of the deck. Okay? This is not something he wants or needs in his life. He's trying to marry your friend and go have a nice life. Okay, I'm on Angela now. Question. What I need to know right now, right? And any motivation from my team. Bonus. Who's working with me right now that wants to come through to let me know they are here? Okay. That's quite the question. I don't know that they're going to reveal themselves to me, but, you know, we'll see what happens. So let's bring forth the messages that Angela needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. What does she need to know right now? Wow, these are big cards. You know, I'm kind of feeling like someone who needs to like rest, but is not resting, who needs a timeout, but is choosing not to. It's like everything is saying that you need to relax or allow things to flow more naturally, but I've got a completely different personality here. So I think you're definitely giving a lot to like your life, your journey, but there needs to be more of like relaxation incorporated to your life. not only that, I think you try really hard. You're trying really hard in your life right now to, I feel like, keep your intentions straight, or I don't know if it's like physically working. I don't know what this is. Like, you even asked about motivation. Like, I think you're so busy trying to motivate yourselves. At times, you don't even hear us. And I think that's why you're asking, because like they're there, but you're really like, I'm getting this, like this energy, like just everywhere. There, everywhere. Try to do the most. I feel like you don't even sit or relax for a minute to even hear, your higher self. There is a female, I feel like, who's trying to get your attention. This female actually feels like someone who you knew in this lifetime, but who's now on the other side. She's trying to guide you. But if it's not that it's somebody who was once here, this is the energy of like independence, if that makes sense. So whoever is guiding you, their specialty is independence. So I don't know if you've been trying to be more independent, or you're trying to get something accomplished, but you want to do it on your own. I don't know if you want to be somebody in life, like with a particular role, a title. I don't even know if this is career, but it's like that person, that entity, that energy is helping you. But I just can't tell a difference if this is somebody who was living once, and they would have passed around the age of like 30 or 40, 30s or early 40s. Do you know a woman who passed in your lifetime, 30s, in their 30s or their early 40s? Do you know a woman? Probably. Okay. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Anyways, that she's like, I don't know what probably means, but okay. So that's the person who's helping you. And I feel like there's also, has there been, I feel like work, or we're trying to balance something out with respect to the father, but she was early 30s. Yeah, that's the same thing. I said 30s or early 40s. Okay, so she's helping you. What are you trying to balance out with your father? Oh, you know, over 20? That's a lot. Okay. What are you trying to balance out with your father? Because I feel like there's something that needs balancing out around the father. I don't know if it's just with you that you need to balance out something that you felt about your father, or something about, I don't know if there was a lack of love. I don't know what this is, but there's something that needs to be balanced out, okay? I do feel like you're going to be in a position maybe very soon as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is a father that's here. This is not on the other side. So I think this is something you're going to be working towards. But I also want to say another thing here with this over here. You may be doing your own share of exposing soon, okay? Exposing darkness. I don't know what that means, but you may in the future, in the near future, get prompted or put up into the light, the focus, to present or showcase something that was dark. And I don't know what I don't know what I'm seeing here. This reminds me of like a whistleblower or something along those lines. I don't know if you've been feeling like there's something you know that other people should know, but I don't know what this is. This could be a future timeline. This could be down the line. I don't know. But I want you to know that you are going to move forward, but there's a lot of hurt and pain that needs to be looked at first, okay? We can't move you forward unless there's a lot of, whatever trauma, pain is released, okay? And it doesn't mean that you get like an apology from your father or whatever, right? It's it's just you being at peace with everything and moving forward. Justice, baby, I'm keeping my patience. Okay, I don't know what that means. Justice, baby, I'm keeping my patience for you. I don't know what that means. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna move you forward. It's just, we're just working on like the heart, okay? Like pain, feelings of, a lot of what holds you back is this, I feel like, I actually don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's unfinished business. I don't know if it's like matters of the heart, like pain. I don't know. Maybe even this being unhealed, you know, because I think you've had a tough childhood. Like even up until now, it's been a lot, but you know. Oh my God, there's a justice card. There's a justice card. You were just mentioning the justice card. You're going to have a big role in the future, okay? But it will all happen accordingly. You will get your justice. You will get to move forward. You will be healed. And you won't need anyone else to give it to you. You will have given it to you yourself, okay? I do feel like with this particular message, I need to draw a card from like, let's get one from here. This is the first one that's coming into my head. Let's get one card to leave her with. Okay. You can let go now, surrender to what is, acceptance, letting go, water, and non-resistance. So acceptance for what maybe happened, acceptance for, you know, what you cannot change, letting go. Maybe also try to work with water. I work with water to manifest or to help me heal. And then also working with non-resistance, because maybe you could understand that, you know, everything in life has been, you know, resistance, rejection. This is about letting go, because I do feel like all these swords, I feel like you carry, you've been hurt a lot, but he's looking backwards. So let's not look backwards anymore. Let's look forward, that type of thing. Okay. Okay, I'm reading for Ray, and then I've got William. Okay, just letting you know. Okay, so let's bring forth the messages that Ray needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. I've done many readings on me, and I know you can tap into my energy really well. Can you check and see how I feel energetically to you? Okay. Can we do an energetic check-in on Ray? Bring up forth, or, you know, up what she needs to know, what she needs to be aware of, what she needs to maybe work on, or just, you know, whatever you want her to know. This is one of the few times I didn't see a 10 of Wands as being exhausted. I actually feel like this is a turning point. You're about to turn. There's like a pinnacle, like a turning point. And this has a lot to do with your intuition. Standing on one's 2 feet energetically, intuitively. Feeling like you're in a good space that you can, you know, act accordingly, move accordingly without like the second guessing. Because I see here with the Lovers, this could be about, you know, decisions, you know, knowing which way to move, but you're using the moon. You're using more of your intuition than anything. And, you know, with that 2 of Swords, it's like, you don't know. You don't know what any of it looks like or means or where it's going to be or where it's going to go. But with the Page of Cups, you just, you don't mind being shocked. You don't mind. You're open. You're working really diligently towards like the unknown and change. And, you know, whatever comes up, like this has a lot to do with your belief systems. You are, you know, with this 5 of Cups, I feel like this is a funeral he's at, you know, and he's RIPing to like his old beliefs, you know. Even here with the 10 of Cups, what stagnated you, you're closing the door on what no longer is going to work for you anymore, because you know with the 5 of Pentacles, it kept you in a place of lack. So you better believe with the Sun, clarified by the Temperance, you're feeling real good to me. Real good to me. You're moving more with purpose, but you're moving more with like you as the driver. And I love that. I love it. But really okay with the unknown. And you know, this is kind of cute with the 3 of Cups. There's like a little celebration happening for this on the other side for you. Finally, she got it. But this may manifest into an actual celebration. I don't know what it's going to look like for you. You know, I don't want to pretend. I want to know. I want you to experience it on your own. But there's going to be a reward coming in. It will feel like a leveling up, but it could just be how you feel to yourself. I'm curious here. Let me get these cards. Give me more. Let things come and go. Stay calm. Don't let anything disturb your peace and carry on. Yeah. You're really learning how to dance in the storm, but also there's something around the belief systems that even if something looks like a storm, it's not really a storm, and that it's always working out for you. So you look wonderful to me. And this will just keep getting better because you see with these 2 cards here, your frequency is going to be felt in your frequency. So don't be surprised if like you start, you know, attracting more people to you, but also don't be surprised if you start triggering more people, because you're moving up with the Temperance dimensionally. You're moving more and more into 5D every day, right? New Earth timeline. And you won't experience those 3rd dimensions as much. You may have little drops here and there throughout your day, but it's not going to be like how it used to be, where maybe it would last for a whole day or maybe 2 days. No, this is different. This is more time in 5D. And you are really, with the Temperance, through this kind of work you're doing, also willing in a new timeline, a better timeline with way more abundance. Because I'm telling you, whatever you used to do before, it really kept you in a state of lack. So that's going to be opposite of that. So you're doing really well, especially with the letting things come and go. Also staying calm and not allowing anything, no matter what it looks like, if it's a person or a situation, disturb your peace. You are carrying on. How beautiful is this card when you're asking about, you know, an energetic check-in? Amazing. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, I'm on William. So let's bring forth the messages he needs to hear, not the messages he wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to him. This may sound ridiculous. I am descended on my father's lineage from King Paimon, Jinn, and one of the demon kings of hell, all on my mother's side. I am descended of the red dragon blood, which is shared by the British Moor. I share, you know, it's okay. Can you put some divine guidance on what this means for my life, for me to be, I mean, okay. We need to first, like, ask if this is accurate or this is what I'm going to get. So just bear with me. Is what he's saying he's descendant of accurate? Okay. Justice card looks like, yeah. And it's kind of interesting because you're talking about both sides, right? So with the scale, you're balancing both sides. Where did you hear that from? Just curious. Like, where did you get that from? Was that given to you in your dream? That's very precise and like detailed. Okay, so what's the guidance for him and what this means, or what this means for his life? Psychics first, also confirmed by a government agency director. Oh, oh, I think hold on, let me just see you. Oh, I remember you. You were on my Patreon recently. Okay, that's interesting. I don't really know much about what you're talking about, like with what you just mentioned, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, what I will say with these cards is that I just don't think that you are your lineage in the sense of, you know, whatever they're known for or whatever they did in their timelines. Just because you're descendant of them doesn't mean that you have anything to do with it. Like for example, like they who they are, or like even if it's your family right now and you're related to this one and that one, it doesn't mean anything. Like not on the sense of, you know, that you'll be repeating anything or that you have any kind of like a curse on you or anything like that. You are here, I feel like, to bridge the gap though between these two sides. I don't even know how that's gonna make sense, but you're here to bridge the gap between both sides. So are both sides known for hating each other? Like, or is there like some sort of drama? You know, I'm trying to do as much as I can with what you're presenting towards me, but that's kind of what I'm seeing here. And with the star, you are here to change a timeline, or just by your presence, you're here affecting the timeline. Does that make sense? You're here affecting the timeline. You're strategically put here by these two sides to affect the timeline. You're here to move it in a direction just based upon your frequency. That's kind of what I'm getting right off the bat mainly. Now, I do want to reiterate again, I don't think that even if you know this information that you should, you know, like walk with it in a sense. Angels and demons, red dragons, and okay, there you go. I don't think that you're going to do things a lot differently. You will not, I feel like, do what anybody else ever did on this timeline. You're like a very new soul in a sense, but you're doing something different than many from your time, your lineage have done before. It's a different direction. It's like, I feel like I have a lineup of people on your lineage, that are just like doing the same thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I see them going like this. I don't know what this means. And then it's like, I see you over here, and you've been sent in to kind of like muffle the lineage a bit and change it and put it in a new direction. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Because you see here with the sun, you actually have a very, very, very high frequency. And even from birth, when you came in, you may have, even with the parents that you have right now in this incarnation, it could have been very different from your parents. But you were never supposed to stay with the family. So are you on speaking terms with your family? Like your mom and your dad? Because there's just, there's something like not clicking for me between the two of you. Like, I don't know if you're shifting the family, but I don't also know if this is like the lineage as well too with the 10 of Cups. Maybe you're shifting the lineage as well too in a new direction. You're bringing it more into light with the sun. That's the other thing I'm seeing here. Cut out my family not speaking terms anymore. Okay. Yeah, they felt very foreign to you. They also were not a match, but I want you to know that even if you're not talking to them, you did shift something within them and their lineage. But this could also be the lineage that you're speaking of. There's like this light, like a bright light. Like even if you come from them, it's like, oh, I just heard something. I mean, I heard God's child. God's child. Like strategically placed, God's child. That's just what I just heard. Now you're asking in your question here what this means for your life. I think you're going to walk a very singular path than many people you come across. It will always be very different. You will always feel very different from anybody else in a crowd, or even if you have interpersonal relationships, you will always feel very different. I don't think that lineage can affect you negatively because I keep hearing God's child and you are heavily protected. So anything that's not supposed to be in your life, you will have the awareness, okay, what to do, when to do it, remove this person, buy this thing, talk to that person. You will know, you have the strong awareness. So I don't think it can affect you negatively. I think you just need to be yourself. And I am getting a sense here that even though you brought up what you brought up, I'm getting second wave volunteer. Second wave volunteer. So you're not just elevating the frequency of the planet, you're also correcting this lineage. Somehow you're making, it's almost like you were put in like a little touch of sweetness into what looks like maybe there's been some past timelines that have been horrific. Maybe your lineage has done things, but oh, I just had like a emergency alert. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You are here to correct justice, timeline. You're here to balance something out. Like, I can't believe this card came out. You know? Like, I asked if this was true and, I mean, are you kidding me? So I don't think you're aware on a conscious level that you're doing all this, but this is happening in the background. Okay, William? You just need to be who you are. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, shine your light. You know, listen to your higher self. Be into your hobbies. Be into your interests. If you don't want to do this, you don't do it. If you want to do that, you do it. Just the way that you can better, you know, navigate is just like, don't start listening to anyone. Just listen to yourself, and don't ever put yourself also in a category with anyone else, or, you know, be a part of a group. Like, be your own person. Okay. But you will be helped, navigated. You'll never miss the boat on anything. And sometimes I'm gonna say there are definitely pros to having this lineage. There are definitely pros. Okay. Heavily protected with the star. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, so my list has ended. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more time. If anybody wants to book, I'm just gonna maybe go get grab a glass of water. But if anybody wants to book right now, you'd be first. So yeah, I'll just leave this running. Excellent. Thank you for the reassurance and favor. Oh, no problem. I tried my best. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes. If you do want to book, just know that the list is open. Yeah, I did, Ray. Just scroll back. I did your reading. Okay, let's see if anybody's there. If not, I will take off. Let's see. Okay, so we have someone. Marlene. Okay, Marlene. So let's channel Marlene's energy into the cards. Let's bring forth the messages she needs to hear, not the messages she wants to hear. And let's bring it forth in a very clear and direct way so that I, as the interpreter, can interpret it to her. Energy check. Any blockages? She wants to know if she has any blockages. Amazing cards. Okay. First thing I want to ask, how is the relationship with your family? How is the relationship with your family? Are you there, Marlene? Okay. There's a possibility that there could be some sort of upset, something that has you upset with respect to the family. I don't know if it's okay, but we don't talk much. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they don't really get me. They don't really get me. I probably would talk more to them, but they don't get me really. Now that's not a blockage. It's just there, I see. It could become a blockage one day because maybe eventually you will feel like you have to start maybe distancing yourself like even more than you are doing now. They may not like it, but you know, people go their separate ways, you know. The other thing I would like to ask you too is that is there some sort of hope like in regards to a man? Like, do you know a man right now that you would say you have a lot of hope of what could happen? There's a lot of like hope. I'm hearing the word hope. And with respect to a man. And now, if it's not that you know him, are you wanting like a man? Or to be with somebody? I'm in a relationship. Okay, but is it progressing in the way that you want it to? Because I just feel like little by little, you could get what you want out of this, okay? This could progress in a better direction. I don't know what the relationship is like right now, if it's going too well, or if you would hope, or you would agree that, you know, if you could have something better, like with them, or it could evolve into something better, like you would take it. I see that here. I don't know, there's more to come for the two of you. There's more to come. I also feel like there needs to also be, I feel like, some gifts, something explored. You may start to feel like you need to start expressing yourself in a different way. Your gifts are trying to peek. They're trying to peek. And I don't mean like peek through a door. They're trying to peek. But it takes you to put that into action. And I'm just wondering here, I don't care what this is a gift in regards to. I don't care if this is a talent. I don't care if this is that you all of a sudden want to, you know, become like a hairdresser. I don't care what it is. There's going to be a new interest, a new hobby. I feel like you should give life to this because it could really blow up in a way that you never expected. It's definitely like a passion. It would be a passion of yours to put into play. Now, if you've been wanting to learn something or go back to school or just learn something or maybe even perfect your craft, you should do this. You should really consider moving forward on this, okay? There may be, with these two cards here, some things you're holding on to. I mean, with the devil, it doesn't give me much. I mean, it could be like an addiction, and I don't care what it's to. It could be coffee, I don't care. Or maybe even like some codependency or some unhealed trauma that you're kind of, it's, you know, Queen of Pentacles, she kind of holds things, you know. She can brew for a while. She's not really like, she can handle it too. That's the thing. Whereas like a Queen of Wands, she wouldn't be able to function energetically if she was holding on to it, but a Queen of Pentacles can. So there is something here, okay? And I don't know what it's going to be per se for you, but if I have to read the devil, it's like codependency, addictions, these types of things. Now, with the Hermit here and the Four of Wands, there could be even something about your relationship that you're not really being completely out in the open about, okay? I don't know if there's things that you want to say or things that you wish could improve and you're keeping it to yourself, but it could be this, because, you know, when we do keep things to ourselves and, you know, we're not getting what we want, or we're not open about it, or we've been open about it and it's not, you know, coming about, this can make us feel like we're having a blockage. So there is a few things, but there's a lot of things, other things as well that are coming out. So let's get a card for you here in regards to blockages, like what you need to know about them. All of it resonates so far, okay. Oh, wow. The great goddess, transcendence, divinity, and Shakti. Okay, so you've got, I feel like, something inside you that needs to be explored. It's something new. It could be an interest, but it could also be like something new you're taking up, like maybe you're reading about astrology, or maybe you're reading about some divine wisdom or some ancient scrollings, but it's like you're about to get activated by something that you're going to be, I feel like, taking on that's new. And when that happens, there's not going to be anything that stops you, because all of a sudden with the magician, you're going to become an alchemist, and you're going to want to be an alchemist. You're going to want to do things differently. And people could be very shocked by this newfound love for something. Don't worry about them. I've been thinking, yeah, okay, I won't say anything more. You've been thinking about starting something up, or starting up something. I'm not saying anything more. This is exactly what this is, okay? Chase your dreams, Marlene. They want you to chase your dreams. And don't worry about what it looks like, okay? Okay, so that's the end of my list. I think I'm gonna take off. I may be back here tomorrow. Just letting you know, I may be back here tomorrow. There's a possibility. Same time, same place. Set the all notification for me so that you can get notified. If you don't do that, you will not even see my readings in your timeline, okay? I appreciate everybody who was here, who supported, who got the messages that they needed to, and I wish you all the best. Take care.